So you go into what we call left bend a little early. What we typically see with the best players in the world is they'll move right earlier, so then they've got more time to recenter earlier. I'm going to put this right by your left ear, just don't touch it, okay? You've got literally no leeway at all. So try and throw a ball, and as you're letting go of it, move your head back. But that one downwind is going miles, mate. It carries up. You were at 258 first one.
Yeah,
That's 267, you did one at 271.
Hello and welcome back. This is my monthly lesson with Chris, who's now drove up, because it's his time to drive up. Last time it was freezing, we're in a driving range, and it was very cold.
It was very cold.
This time it's still raining, but we're in my house, and we're doing some work on the sim. Either go open face or close. I mean, that's...
Oh, dead straight.
I do still think on a lot of clubs, I am very left foot weighted. I might not be, but I feel like, especially on like hybrids and stuff, I feel like I'm over here all the time. Like I know that because when I finish my swing, and I'll just do a normal swing here, I'm like this.
When you go too much, what we call left bend or
then
low,
I go back when I hit,
and it affects the low point, right?
and I feel like then that's when that has to happen.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
It goes right. So that's when on the course, in here I can relax and I can just do a nice swing. On the course where I'm like, right, it's 170 in the wind, I'm going to then hit it harder. Well, I'm going to feel like, I feel like in my head you've got to hit it harder. So what I'm doing is I'm going that way and then going.
Yeah. So when people move left, typically then the reaction to that as you apply forces to it is to back up. So it affects low point, which is the yes, that's the root cause, and we have to work on the loading pattern.
So I think but
the issue is the low point.
Yeah.
So you go into what we call left bend a little early. So if you look at your head, it probably moves towards the target half an inch early.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Not a problem. Now, what that typically results in is late on in the backswing, you can see you move right. Okay, you see yourself moving right just a tiny bit, right? What we typically see with the best players in the world is they'll move right earlier, so then they've got more time to recenter earlier.
Okay.
But if you go left early, then you go moving right late, you're then stuck. If you go right early, you have no reason then to go further right. Whereas if you go left early, think about it, your body's going to go, well, I need to go right now, but then it's too late. So late on is going this way.
So I'm not judging how far.
So it's just a sequence issue. So if you want the feeling of through the ball moving left, what we need to do is go right early.
Yeah.
So then you've got time to move left.
Try that though, and I struggle with it.
Well, we don't need to. What if we don't go right early? We just try and stay centered. Feel like your left shoulder moves to my finger just straight away, just the first segment. Left shoulder to my finger. There, stop. That's it. I'm going to put this right by your left ear. Just don't touch it, okay? You've got literally no leeway at all. Okay, good. What did that feel like to you? Don't worry about the outcome and how the shot felt.
No.
But in order for you to miss this
It
club,
felt right. It felt
not that big of a change.
Swing.
In an effort to try and stay still, or when people get people to put a club across the shelf and point the club at the ball, which is the worst drill ever, typically, unless someone's really like this, it makes people tilt too much to the left and go into extension. So that means that the rib cage is expanding too early. Then as I pull and apply force like this way, my body's going to go naturally, and you're going to feel it. And that's why with the longer stuff you get stuck. So we want to feel for you like we stay level early. So if I'm level here, then I have lots of ability to recenter and feel like, for you as a feeling, that you're getting through it.
Right, that's fine.
Yeah? Definitely more that way. This whole thing now around the ground reaction forces. Essentially, if you imagine that your feet are roughly 50-50, I like to feel like I push off my left foot.
It goes in my right.
Yeah, and not too much, not outside of your right foot. Just imagine like the studs on your golf shoes. Yeah, the back inside one, so this kind of that position of the shoe, just feel like you're pushing into the instep of your right foot. Touch me there. You just touch me, do you feel me?
Yeah, tiny bit.
Tiny bit. So this left shoulder goes down and the left ear for you goes forwards. Naturally, that's going to catapult my arms up more so.
Yeah.
Right, so typically get higher hands.
Balance, it actually goes behind.
And it'll get less depth, right? Which is something we were struggling on between 3 and 4, right? If I go left shoulder down, and now I change and this is in extension, so I talked about. If I change this now from this position to more flexion, which means I'm going to come forwards and turn my shoulder more level, naturally the hand path moves in.
I can tell because it's not.
So it's going to be easier to create without even thinking about it. So try and throw a ball, and as you're letting go of it, move your head back. And then next time, allow the pressure to move. There you go. Your pressure's going to move with the shot, right?
You can't, can you?
Yeah, so essentially you were doing like an opposite. So you were going a bit like this, left to right as the arms are moving right to left.
Yeah.
So not matching. Now the pressure's loading right, loading left. Your vertical forces are going to spike, which you don't need to know about, which means the ball speed will go up and the level of intensity will stay the same. Left ear back as you make the first move off the ball.
Please draw.
I think it's drawing. Yeah. Nice. 2.8 right, 1 degree close to path, 160 stock. The ball speed's up 3 miles an hour. That's just good. It means.
And then that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The carry's got to 160.
So for you, you could probably get that launch angle up a little bit. First thing I see is you're definitely a little bit left-sided in your pressure in your feet.
Yeah.
Okay, because the ball's forward, you kind of lean on that foot a little bit. Right. When you see tall players, they all go back between 1 and 3 inches, coming into the ball correct. So that's not what I'm worried about. But if we can get a little bit more pressure in the right foot and then a little bit less left here, no tilts or anything, that 10.3 will go up to more like 12 or 13. Okay, so set yourself up, and I want you to feel like you're pushing your right foot into the ground a bit, like you're squeezing the foot more, like that. Don't have to tilt. You don't have to tilt. Okay. Go how you're comfortable. Do it in your feet. Push more.
But it does make it tilt.
Okay, so well, let's just see what happens, right? So I want to record. Push your right foot down more. Yeah, try it and see what happens. You don't need to tilt. Just push your right foot into the ground more. That's it there. Now keep your head still and hit one. See what happens. I don't care where it goes. There you go. Look at the launch angle straight away. 12.5.
Yeah.
Look at the carry.
270.
11 yards further than the last one. And the club head speed there was 2 miles an hour slower than your previous one.
Right.
The one before was 109, that's 107.
And look at the numbers.
Yeah, look at so the ball speed's gone up 2 miles an hour. The carry's up 11 yards. And the spin rate's the same. It's just this number's up 2 degrees. There's no like visible difference.
Yeah,
You're pretty 50-50. You're not massively tilted. You've got about 15 degrees of tilt.
Any more would have felt way awkward for me.
But that's doable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This is for everyone. If you tee up high,
You have to hit
and you go left early, like you used to,
Yeah.
in an effort not to do that, you're going to have to hang back, because if you don't, you're going to sky the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your
Let's
angle
see, a bit higher tee. Let's see what happens.
bit low on the launch.
Yeah, it came off a bit weird, that.
Push your hips across a bit more. There. That's perfect. Now don't let your head move forward.
Face will be open on that,
Yeah,
though.
a little bit open in the face. 40, look at the launch though.
Oh, it's not open.
Yeah, so look at that though. 265 carry, look at that launch, 14.8. Touch high, maybe. But that one downwind is going miles, mate.
Yeah.
Look at that. Dead still.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then you go back a little bit, which is fine. And then the first pressure moves left. See that there? That movement of left, 1 inch.
Yeah.
Now you have the ability to move left.
Right.
If you go left, you can't move left.
Yeah,
Because you
have to
you
go
have
right.
yeah, that's it. That is literally all I would do. Look at the long drive guys, right? All they're doing is trying to hit it far.
Yeah.
They're swinging up, right? See your number there, attack angle there was 0.5 down.
Yeah.
They're swinging up as much as 12 degrees, the long drive guys, and they're teeing it like this with a 3 or 4 degree driver.
Yeah.
All right? So someone like Rory swings up about 6 degrees. Tour average is around 1 degree down, if I remember correctly. Get the weight into that right foot.
Yeah.
That's it. Perfect. I feel like you just stay there. It's a good drive. But look at the difference. Look at the one before. Your carry's up. You were at 258 first one.
Yeah, it was.
That's 267. You did one at 271. Did one at 268. One at
And to be fair, that looks. Trackman it was deceiving. When I first got a Trackman, I was like, oh my god, these are going so far left. But
nah, it's not at all.
But realistically, you share that by 3.
20 yards left. The fairway is going to be a lot wider than that. But also interesting. Look at the ball speed in that one. That's 162.
So irons wise, I knew that I felt I went that way and then that way, and obviously irons you've seen improve massively. So if I was doing that with driver with a bigger club head, bigger club face, and I'm leaning back into my drives, no wonder they were going off right and I was slicing it. So yeah, that might have helped you, definitely helped me.